3 years ago, I stumbled across a secret that completely changed the way I think about success, money, and even my personal life. And the funny thing is, it wasn't about doing anything extreme. You see, so much of the advice out there glorifies living at the edgy, waking up at 4 a.m., taking ice baths every morning, pushing yourself to burn out just to get ahead of the competition. But the truth is, that's not sustainable. The real key to long-term growth and transformation is actually much simpler. It's about micro habits. Tiny, almost invisible habits that you stick to consistently. Habits that compound quietly in the background until one day, you look back and realize just how much your life has shifted. These habits don't impact your finances. They transform your physical health, your mindset, your emotions, and your relationships. So in today's video, I want to share 17 powerful micro habits that have transformed my own life and finances. And I'll also show you how you can easily apply them to yours, starting today. Let's dive in. I want you to think about this. The wealthiest and most fulfilled people in the world are creators, not just consumers. Thomas Corley, author of Rich Habits, found that 67% of wealthy people watch TV for less than 1 hour a day. Compare that to 77% of struggling individuals who watch TV for an hour or more. See the difference? Creation builds your skills, your knowledge, your opportunities. Consumption keeps you passive. So here's the challenge every day. Spend at least 15 minutes creating something. Start that YouTube channel you've been thinking about. Write a blog post, learn to code, even sketch something. And to keep yourself accountable, audit your time. Are you creating more than you're consuming? If not, adjust. There's a saying I live by: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your circle is full of complainers, gossips, or people who stay stuck in problems rather than solving them, you will absorb that energy whether you want to or not. Instead, you need to be around people who think bigger, who talk about solutions, growth, and wealth creation. Now, I know this isn't always easy. 2 years ago, I didn't have access to a network of high-level thinkers. So my circle would be books, podcasts, YouTube channels, mentors I found online. And honestly, that shift alone changed my average. You don't always have to replace your friends. You just need to increase the time you spend with people who lift your average up. Life has peaks and valleys. Some days you're on top of the world, and some days you're drowning in doubt. That's why I record my wins. Anytime I achieve something, hit a milestone, or overcome a fear, I write it down. I even keep the raw feelings, the doubts before I started, the relief after finishing, the feedback I received. I store all of this in a tab on my Notion called I Can Do This. On tough days, I revisit it. And instantly, I'm reminded of my own resilience. It's like a personal highlight reel that tells me, you've done hard things before, you can do them again. If you don't already do this, start today. I used to roll my eyes at gratitude journaling. It felt cheesy. But then I came across the work of Dr. Sophia Godkin, and she highlighted something profound. Happiness begins with gratitude. So I set a reminder every evening at 8 p.m. to write down at least one thing I'm grateful for. Sometimes it's something small, like the perfect cocktail. Sometimes it's a big win. But the key is consistency. Your mind always attracts what you focus on. If you look for good, you'll see more good. If you look for problems, you'll find more problems. Gratitude shifts your focus, and it rewires your perspective over time. One of Warren Buffett's golden rules is don't save what's left after spending, spend what's left after saving. I take it even further. Doze and invest what's left after spending. Automate it first. Every month, before I touch a single penny, money is automatically moved into savings and investments. This does 2 things. 1, it ensures I'm consistently growing wealth without relying on willpower. And 2, it protects me from impulse spending. Honestly, automation has been one of the most powerful habits for my finances. Here's the thing: vague goals create vague results. Instead of saying, I want to save more, I write down something like, I will save $30 for a home down payment by December 2027. That clarity forces me into $250 every month. Suddenly, it's measurable. Specificity is what turns dreams into action plans. Every expense in my life falls into one of 3 categories: fundamentals, needs, fund mass, and futures investments. I track these monthly, sometimes even weekly. It's not about restriction. It's about intentional living. When you know exactly where your money is going, you feel empowered. Budgeting isn't a punishment. It's freedom, because it shows you where your money is leaking and where it can grow. Warren Buffett once said, the more you learn, the more you earn. Every week, I block out 1 hour to learn something about money. Sometimes it's behavioral finance, sometimes it's negotiation tactics, sometimes it's a new investment tool. It doesn't have to be massive, just consistent. Because small lessons compound just like money does. This is easier said than done. We all care to some extent. But here's the question I ask myself in the grand scheme of my life's goals. How much does this person's opinion actually matter? Almost always, the answer is not much, and that gives me the freedom to move forward on my terms. Psychologists call it the yes trap, saying yes to everything because you feel guilty saying no. But every yes is a trade-off. Every yes means you're saying no to something else, usually your own priorities. The cure: crystal clarity on your goals. When you know exactly what you want, saying no to distractions becomes easier. The highest return investment you'll ever make isn't in stocks or property, it's in you. Whether it's education, skills, health, or personal growth, self-investment compounds over time. Every new skill you build opens doors. Every bit of knowledge adds leverage, and the beauty is no one can take it away from you. Almost every millionaire has multiple sources of income. Why? Because it creates resilience. If one dries up, others keep you afloat. But here's the key: don't try to start 5 income streams at once. Build one until it's solid, then add another. Step by step. Decision fatigue is real. That's why people like Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg wore the same outfit every day. They saved mental energy for big decisions. In my own life, I simplify things like meal prep, outfits for filming, and daily routines. Less clutter, more focus. Your success isn't just about what you know, it's also about who you know, and not in a superficial way. True networking is about giving value as much as receiving it. Be intentional. Reach out. Offer help. Relationships built on trust and generosity lead to opportunities you could never have planned for. You'll never feel 100% ready. There will always be doubt. The trick is to move anyway. Start before you're prepared. Learn along the way. I've made mistakes, sure, but those mistakes taught me more than waiting ever would. Action beats perfection every time. Money is still a taboo subject for so many people, but research shows conversations about money are crucial for financial success. Don't be afraid to ask friends how they budget, how they invest, how they save. Share your perspective too. Normalize money conversations. They'll open doors you didn't expect. Here's the final one: aim for just 1% improvement every month. That could mean saving a little extra, trimming an expense, or finding one small way to grow income. It doesn't sound like much, but over a year, that's 12% improvement. Over 5 years, game-changing. So there you have it, 17 micro habits that can transform your finances, your health, your mindset, and your entire life. Remember, success isn't built overnight. It's built one small habit at a time, stacked day after day until they become your identity. And before you go, if you found this video helpful, please hit subscribe. Over 75% of viewers still haven't subscribed, and it makes a massive difference to the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week.